Hey guys, it's Katie with S&B, and today we're going to install our cold air intake on the 2018 and up Jeep Wrangler 2.0. So let's get started. You're going to start by disconnecting these two quick connect fittings. Disconnect the IAT sensor. We're going to disconnect the IAT sensor harness from the intake tube by popping out this push rivet. Remove these two screws that are securing the stock tube to the airbox. Next, you're going to loosen these two hose clamps. Next, you're going to remove this bolt that's securing the stock inlet to the vehicle. So now we're going to remove the stock intake tube and the stock airbox from the vehicle. When removing the stock airbox, check to see if these grommets came out with it. If they did, you can just go ahead and remove them and reinstall them in the vehicle. So next we're going to remove just this one bolt that's securing the bracket. So now you're going to unclip this harness from this bracket, and then you're also going to remove these two screws. So once you have the harness removed from the bracket and this part of the tube, you can remove these two bolts and then remove the bracket. So next, there's a permanent clamp securing this portion on, so all you have to do is cut right here in the middle and it should come apart. After you've removed the permanent clip, then you can remove this stock resonator. So now we're going to work on prepping the intake tube and the airbox for install. So you're going to start by installing the IAT sensor grommet, making sure that this tab lines up with the notch. And then on the stock intake tube, we're going to remove the IAT sensor so you can lift back over the ramp, twist, and pull out. And then install it into the grommet, making sure that this tab twists and backs up to the ramp. Install the 90-degree fitting onto the intake tube. You'll just want to tighten it down by hand and then take a wrench and do one turn. It's okay that you're going to see threads. So now you're going to install the plastic clamp onto the evap fitting as shown. So now you're going to install the evap fitting onto the intake tube, and then we're going to connect the provided tubing. Next, you're going to install the silicone tube seal onto the S&B airbox. Install the fender seal onto the S&B airbox. So now you're going to install the lid seal onto the top of the airbox in the groove, and then if you have any excess, you can just cut it away. So now you're going to install this bracket onto the S&B airbox in this orientation and then secure it down using the provided hardware. Just be careful not to over tighten. So when installing the airbox into the vehicle, you're going to want to make sure that these prongs are fully seated in the grommets. Make sure that the fender seal is pushed up fully on the fender, and then using the provided hardware, secure it to the vehicle. Loosely install this clamp onto the coupler onto the turbo, and just don't tighten it down just yet. Install the intake tube into the tube seal at an upward angle. And then we're going to rotate down. So now that the tube is installed, you can go ahead and tighten down that hose clamp on the turbo and reconnect the IAT sensor harness. So now you're going to reinstall the bracket that you removed earlier and secure it down using the hardware that you removed when you removed the bracket. And then we're going to reconnect that harness. So this sensor is just going to slide in through here, and then you can connect the push rivets. So now you're going to reconnect the two evap fittings, and then we're going to install the air filter into the airbox. So now you can install the air filter and slide it onto the intake tube and tighten down the clamp. So last, you're just going to remove the protective layer from both sides of the clear lid, and then you'll secure it to the airbox using the provided hardware. All right, guys, so that is it. It is a super easy install, but if you have any questions, you just want to know more, you can always check it out on our website or give us a call, and I'll see you next time.